Thank you, Chair. This motion provides the Assembly the opportunity to call for a day of remembrance for those that have been a victim of knife crime in London. This Assembly hopefully wishes to remember those victims of knife crime across the capital and recognise the impact of these crimes on the families and victims and wider communities. And we think by having a Knife Crime Awareness Day in May, that would be a good opportunity for us to come together and do so. Knife Crime Awareness Week takes place in May each year and is organised by the Ben Kinsella Trust. Ben Kinsella was 16 years old when he himself was stabbed to death in a horrific act of violence. And since then, the laws have changed and Ben's family have been campaigning to make sure that we have awareness. Earlier this year, knife crime in London reached the highest records that we've ever seen, and the latest figures for this year show a 12.7% increase on the last year. I think it's important to say that this is something, I think, for many of us, that isn't something we read in the papers. It's real. It's affected people we know. It's affected our families. It's affected our friends. And I think having an opportunity to come together and recognise the massive impact of knife crime in London is something that, as an Assembly, we should do. We already have a minute's silence at this Assembly for the victims of road crime. Later today, we'll be voting on recognising the potential to recognise a day as well for the victims of the global climate crisis, as termed in the later motion. I think it would be fair to also recognise the damage that knife crime does in London. And so I would urge everybody to vote with us and make sure this May we can make sure to recognise those victims and families. Particularly, I think, personally, in the last year, of Daniel Anjorin, who was only 14 years old, going to school in Bancroft and was taken as a victim in a horrific knife incident, an innocent schoolboy just going to school. And I know so many people in your own constituencies will have similar stories and see the faces of those innocent young people and older people that have been victims. And I think we deserve an opportunity every year to have a minute's silence and remember them. Thank you.